Hi there, page and palette readers. This is Jen Phillips, and as an added bonus, this is my puppy, Pascal. He's only joining us for the first portion of this video because, let's face it, he's got a short attention span. I really appreciate you being willing to listen to me a little bit talk about my new book, Family Law. My last book, Fierce Kingdom, was about motherhood, and in a way this book is too. It's a book about the mothers we choose instead of the mothers we were born to, the women who shape us. Maybe some of us grow up to be exactly the person that our parents expected us to be, but I think for a lot of us, we veer off path. And so how do we know what path we want to choose? How do we even know what paths are out there? The world of 1970s and 80s Alabama, where Family Law is set, is a world full of tidy, constricting boxes. Men and women, black and white, right and wrong. Those boxes are still there, but they are just starting to shatter. And this is a story of two women who might have something to do with the shattering. It's also a world that I grew up in, and part of the joy of writing this book was stepping back into those memories of rotary phones and shag carpet and strawberry shortcake dolls that lived in that big plastic strawberry. But another thing that I found interesting was realizing exactly what was going on outside the walls of my house that I had no idea about as a child. Like, did you know when a woman in Alabama got the right to sell her own property without her husband's signature? 1977. Do you know when women finally got the right here to serve on juries across the state? 1966. We put a man in space before we let women serve on juries. I think I walked into this book thinking that the dark ages for women with very few legal rights were so far in the past, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And what I realized was those days were a lot closer than we realized. Back to that notion of the boxes. The boxes were right there not so long ago when I was a little girl and I just had no idea. So back to the women who are shattering the boxes in this story. Family Law starts out with Lucia, a young lawyer at a time when a woman in the courtroom is very rare. She occasionally gets threats for the work that she does, but her own happy marriage seems very far removed from the work. We also meet Rachel, a teenager from a family that has a very traditional sense of what a girl should be. Don't wear your shorts too short. Don't paint your nails too red. Try to let the men do the talking and make sure you laugh at their jokes. Rachel meets Lucia and sees a new way of being, a whole new path. But when the threats against Lucia turn into something much worse, suddenly both women come to a crossroads. And Lucia has to decide what she's willing to risk to keep doing the work that she loves. Ultimately, this is a book about how women shape each other and how we make a difference. Thanks.